Hello and welcome. If you or someone you care about is a driver and they're approaching the age of 70 where you have to renew your license, then stay tuned, because it's not just about self-declaring anymore or even just an eye test. The rules of the road are about to change in a way we haven't seen for decades. This is due to the new fitness to drive proposals laid out in the government's 2026 road safety strategy. So today we're looking at some of the worries and concerns some of you may have, and hopefully by the end of this breakdown you'll know what's likely on the horizon for you. So let's dive head on in. Firstly, why the sudden changes and who pays for the new eye tests? Also, where will they be done? And what about the potential planned police spot checks? On the 7th of January just gone, the government launched its first comprehensive road safety strategy in over 10 years. The government's target is a 65% reduction in the number of people killed or seriously injured in road traffic incidents by 2035. As Transport Secretary Heidi Alexander states in the 2026 Safety Strategy's opening statement, over the past decade, a complacency has taken hold as if road deaths are inevitable. I'll never accept that. And when it comes to your license renewal, we've moved past the era of trust and self-declaration. Today we'll break down just what this could mean for your independence. The case for change is based on a massive shift in demographics. The number of drivers over 70 has increased significantly, rising from around 4 million in 2012 to over 6 million today. That's over 6 million people over the age of 70 that hold a valid driving licence. And while the government admits driving supports independence, the strategy does then note age-related changes such as declining vision, cognitive function and increased frailty can pose risks to all road users. Like I said, it's not just about self-declaring you're fit to drive and have good eyesight anymore. The Department of Transport is acting on recommendations made through recent coroner inquests, and in 2023 DVLA call for evidence. They're moving to a safe system approach. This means they acknowledge that human error is inevitable, but deaths and serious injury don't have to be. The strategy is clear. They're fully reviewing the effectiveness of the current self-declaration system. And the first big worry that's going to affect people is where are you going to go for these new tests that they're implementing? Furthermore, what will the tests be? The strategy does confirm the government will consult on introducing mandatory eyesight testing for drivers over age 70 and develop options for cognitive testing for older drivers. These tests will likely include peripheral vision and signs of glaucoma. One concerning issue in there is obviously the cognitive testing function. How are they going to do that? Is every driver over 70 to go and see a psychiatrist now? Regarding where these specialised tests will be done, the strategy doesn't yet name a specialist centre or even an official clinic. It currently shifts the focus onto your usual medical and optical providers. Apparently, they will continue to engage with the relevant regulatory bodies to highlight the importance of healthcare professionals notifying the DVLA if their patients are unwilling or unable to notify them themselves. This effectively turns your local GP or optician into a far more active participant in the licensing process. So there'll be no point in delaying telling the DVLA the results of your tests, because they'll probably be already notified electronically by the examiner. All part of the government's plan to fully digitise society eventually. But who pays for these tests? The NHS, with an already stretched budget? That's pretty unlikely. The strategy highlights that road collisions cost the NHS over £3 billion in medical and ambulance costs in 2024 alone. The government believes prevention will save money, but the document is currently in the consultation phase regarding who will cover the costs of these mandatory new checks. It may well end up being the driver. However, the strategy does suggest a financial benefit for some. It states that safer roads and fewer collisions should also reduce car insurance premiums, as fewer claims means lower costs for insurers. They hope this could make a big difference to households who are struggling with the cost of living and the cost of motoring. But when you think about it, are cheaper insurance premiums likely? Probably not. Insurance companies don't generally do that. But for the tests themselves, the document commits to consulting on the new regime, leaving the specific details of funding to be finalised. Therefore, that means undecided. Moving on, the most significant worry for some people is the proposals for the new police spot checks. The strategy is specific here. The government will work closely with the National Police Chiefs Council to highlight the importance of regular police roadside vision tests for all drivers, ensuring that those drivers who fail to meet the minimum eyesight standards required for driving will have their driving licence revoked by the DVLA. So this means if you're pulled over by the police and you fail their sight test check, the strategy is perfectly clear. that those who do fail it will have their licence revoked. This is all part of a broader, robust enforcement theme to protect all road users. However, will it be a roadside police seizure if you fail the test? Or will they notify the DVLA that will then revoke your licence? This again is currently unclear and not defined in the strategy. Heidi Alexander calls the strategy a call to action, while the vision is to ensure people can travel safely on our roads, however they choose. The reality, however, for over 6 million drivers over 70 is a move towards much stricter oversight, mandatory testing, and likely much higher personal costs. So tell me, is this justified? Is it a necessary step towards safety, or an unnecessary burden on older, more experienced drivers? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. This may not have alleviated any of your worries, but at least it's highlighted what's potentially on the horizon. Stay tuned and subscribe for updates as and when they come out, because as soon as I know more, I will post a video and let you all know. In the meantime, stay safe, stay legal, and most importantly, stay informed. Until next time.